Yo, what's up? This is just a quick video about, some questions that people ask me. Uh, this is one question right here. Why did you move to Atlanta? First of all, most people don't even know that I'm not from Atlanta. I'm from Rochester, New York. Why would you move from New York to Atlanta? I mean, it's New York. Here's the thing right here. It's not New York City, okay? New York City is a whole nother world than upstate New York. New York City costs so much money. Okay, so going from Rochester to New York City with no money is the worst idea in the world. And I'm glad that didn't happen. So here's how I actually made it to Atlanta. I was in Rochester, New York, working at Kodak. Kodak is a camera company. I don't know if y'all remember that. I'm telling my age a little bit. But I used to work packing and shipping, just packing up boxes and pushing them down the line, something easy. But I could not stop thinking about drums. I couldn't. I would be like just air drumming the whole time and just taking 3-hour breaks, just doing stupid stuff because I was 17 years old, not caring. I ended up quitting that job, and it was a temp job, so I ain't really quit. But they told me that I could come back for another year, and I just never did. So my mom, she was annoyed with that, and she was like, you need to either go to school or get a job. You can't be in this house just not doing nothing. I'm like, all right, man. So what happened was, after that situation, that argument, it wasn't even an argument, just her fussing at me, I walked upstairs, I walked to the computer, and I went on MySpace. I don't know why I went on MySpace. That's not looking for a job at all. But I went on MySpace and saw one of these guys that I follow, and he lives in Georgia. And I just randomly asked him, like, any schools in Georgia? Any music schools? Like, let me know. He hits me back and he says, I know a music school, and you don't have to do no science class, no math class. If you want to do drums, all you got to do is drums. Atlanta Institute of Music. I was like, okay, I'm going to check that out. And the funny thing is, the church that I'm from, Church of God by Faith, they have their national conventions in Atlanta every year. So it just made perfect sense, to do the audition for the school while we go to, the national convention. So my parents set it up for me. When we went to the national convention, I ended up going to the school and doing an audition, and it was a rather easy audition. They were like, do you know how to do singles? I'm like, yeah. You know how to do paradiddles? Yeah. Like, what about double paradiddles? What about paradiddle diddles? They just kept asking me stuff like that. And I'm like, yeah. So I did them, and they were like, great, you're in. I'm like, wait, huh? No, yeah, you're in. I'm like, oh, shoot. Okay. Conveniently enough, I have an aunt that lives one exit away from Atlanta Institute of Music. That worked out perfectly. It was probably a 5-minute drive to get to school, every day. So that's how I end up moving to Atlanta. But it's a whole nother story how I ended up staying.